still can't believe that I was late for your funeral. Can you blame me? I was up all night trying to figure out what I could say about you. Considering the tragic end to our relationship, I just don't know why you would choose me to do your eulogy. But since you are no longer here for me to get the pleasure of winning this argument from, this is for you. Honestly, you were selfless, willing to risk the possible embarrassment and shame and failure of encouraging somebody to bring them back to life. It was you. You would want us to be loving and inviting and serve one another in the face of our biggest adversities. Your comfort was as warm as hot chocolate with loved ones around fireplace on a cold winter morning. You were as optimistic as a New Year's resolution, as a soul that's just been saved, or as a woman who stays with her man thinking she can change him. You were the tailor for my insecurities. Every time I felt too ugly or too fat or that my clothes didn't look good enough, your words became the gentle fabric that filled the holes in my jeans. Your words as refreshing as the cool breeze on a hot summer day. Your words as inviting as the sunlight that dances through the clouds in morning. Your words as clutch as the dollar menu when your bank account ain't looking right. In other words, you were always there. You were there with the woman who has cancer and doesn't give up in her fight. You're there with the couple who was told they can't have children, but they keep fighting anyway. You were there with everyone in isolation in hospital, saying they will see their families again even though they have more questions than answers. I remember the days when you and Faith would play perfect double dutch, working hand in hand to jump over any obstacle to make everyone around you feel better and to take them to a better place. That is your story, at least for everyone but me. You know, they say you should say good things at a funeral, but I gotta speak it how I feel it, because we both know that you haven't been as good at me as you've been to them. Okay, let's do this. I still remember every single time you pumped me up to pray, and I never saw results. I've strangled my own self-esteem, cutting off the circulation of the blood to my brain, making it impossible for me to keep my conscience clean of all my regrets and my capacity to fail. You kept me from doing everything that God told me he was going to do. Tell me, why is it that the data of my life doesn't support the plan that you say I'm supposed to be on, and you still expect me to answer the call? Or tell me how every single time you tell me to come to church to receive meat and then never live it fully, when you know that meat that isn't worked out in salvation only clogs these vessels. It's like you specialize in attacking hearts. You enjoy playing make-believe, like the time you made me believe that my friend would recover from being shot in the chest on the very campus that I just graduated from, but he didn't make it through. Or the time you gave me so much confidence to say that this was the last time and I'd never do it again, only to watch me do it that same week. Or how about on every birthday, when you make me feel like this is my year and that my income won't stop me from going out. But I still feel the exact same way and I'm doing the exact same things as I was the year before. But I let you convince me that I've grown. I let you drag me to your court and convict me to stay on point and letting my guard down so I could take a shot at anything that could possibly move me forward. I'll even keep Jesus as my center, but never get any of the positions that you promised me. And you still want me to believe that I'm a top draft pick on your team? You know, maybe you don't understand it, but every time I saw you, it killed me. So I decided to use all the power that I have and all the power that was bestowed in me to make you feel the same way that you made me feel. And that was the day that my hope died. This is my story, but it doesn't have to be yours. Hope is becoming harder and harder to find than it already was. The news and social media is making it easier to go from fear to fear rather than faith to faith. And we're right there eating up whatever our feed is feeding us. It's like we prefer our spirit to be shaken rather than stirred. Hope is just an occasional word in your vocabulary, when hope is designed to be an anchor for your soul. This hope that is found only in his name. This hope that drives us to encourage, strengthen, and empower one another no matter what we face with whatever we have. It's this hope that drives us to pray instead of worry, to have faith instead of fear, to believe instead of doubt, and to find joy in everything, even when it's not in sight. It's this hope that the world needs, and this example that the world needs, and this hope is Jesus. You know, I used to wonder why Jesus never brought up the pain, suffering, and scrutiny of the cross after his resurrection. Think about it. To never bring up the most tragic and hurtful moment of your life. But he taught me in that moment that it's never been about what you were resurrected from as much as it's about who you've been resurrected to. So when he sees his scars, he doesn't see pain, scrutiny, and shame. He sees you. He sees you coming to him completely and you throwing up your arms in praise. He sees the day where you finally see that sin, temptation, and your old life and old habits have no power over your new life. So you start fighting to see victory in front of all of your seekers instead of Victoria. He sees the day when you see your relationship with him as new as the mercies that he grants you every morning. It's this hope that you've been resurrected to, an ever-living hope, and his name is Jesus. I don't know, maybe you're like me and somewhere along the line your hope died. Maybe it was with that job that you didn't get that you thought you were perfect for. Maybe it's that relationship that you thought for sure was gonna work and it blew up in your face. Maybe it's that business you can't get off the ground. Maybe it's at the hands of COVID-19. Or maybe your hope is barely alive, pleading for mercy at the feet of your biggest disappointment and your last regret. So I suggest that you do what I did and use the power that is in your tongue to speak life, to resurrect your hope to who it is supposed to be. The world will say, don't get your hopes up. But if Jesus is my hope, and my hope is in God, and he is the Most High, then what other direction is my hope supposed to go?